So yesterday I saw Venom Let There Be Carnage. Here's my spoiler-free review. When going into this movie, I knew what I was expecting. I was expecting, just flat out dumb, silly fun. The Venom movies, from a filmmaking standpoint, they are, yeah, just straight up mid and not good. But, it's a guilty pleasure, at least for me. Some other people, I understand that they may not like this, whole trilogy. Let's start off with the good. The relationship between, Eddie and Venom is, really the best part of these movies, and here it's pretty much, no different. And, what they go through in this movie, it's pretty wholesome, and it almost got me a bit emotional at the end. From the get-go, this movie tells you that it's just going to be a dumb, silly, fun ride. The film was somewhat light on action, but the whole third act, climax, yeah, to me, it was pretty awesome. Venom, as well as the rest of the symbiotes, they all look great. It's still wild how we have a whole Venom trilogy, yet we have never seen him with the white spider logo. Yep. Minor spoiler, I guess, but what do you expect when it comes to Sony and how they, deal with Venom in these movies? The important thing to note about this movie is that it's actually the last dance, meaning there's a feeling of conclusion to this movie. Everything is wrapped up in, a little bow, except maybe the post-credit scene. Also, Reese Ifans, he's just playing a hippie, along with the rest of the cast members who are play his, family. They were pretty fun. Yeah, this film overall is just a guilty pleasure. Though still, you can pick apart this movie if you really wanted to. The story itself is pretty much all over the place. The movie sometimes cuts away from, Eddie and Venom, and goes to focus on certain characters like this, blonde doctor. Wait, what was her name? God damn, I don't even remember her name. Okay, I had to look her up for a second. Teddy Payne. We get a whole lot of backstory on her for some reason, and there's never enough time to make us care about this character, and as a result, all of it is just really pointless. Also, Chiwetel Ejiofor, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. His character, I thought there was going to be some interesting stuff with him because there are certain things that happen in this movie that motivate him to hate symbiotes, but he's just another bland bad guy for Venom and Eddie to overcome, along with Null's monsters. Speaking of Null, he's barely in this movie, and it's very clear from the get-go that he's clearly there to set up future movies. Given the state of the whole Sonyverse, I really hope that Null he does not get the Sonyverse treatment, and it ends up terribly for the rest of the future movies when it comes to anything Spider-Man related. The whole Vegas section, I mean, it was somewhat fun, but also a complete waste of time. The film, overall is both bad and fun for me. Like I said earlier, it's a guilty pleasure. So if you didn't like, Venom 1 and 2 and thought they were the absolute worst, in the whole Sony Spider-Verse, and you think it's comparable to movies like Morbius and Madam Web, stay away. You won't like this at all. But if you, had a fun time with, the previous two, then yeah, you'll definitely enjoy this one. It seems most likely that, it is the end of, Tom Hardy as, Venom. I just want to say thanks to Tom Hardy for being the only, decent thing when it comes to, the whole Sony verse. Yeah, this film, it gets, a 5 out of 10 for me. Maybe a 6 on a good day. I still had some fun with it. Alright, if you like this video, follow for more, and I'm out for now.